Hey guys, Quick Cutie Pie here. How are we doing today? It's been a couple weeks since I streamed last. And as always, we are starting with the typical announcement of technical difficulties. Stream Elements or TikTok, one of you is a complete dick because Stream Elements updated and then apparently I had to reapply for live access. So dumb. Why can't I not just have a stream where everything works perfectly? On the plus side, I do have game sound because I can hear it right now. And I think everything else is okay. I have got YouTube back this time. I didn't have that last time. So you win some, you lose some. It is what it is. But I've had the most stressful day at work today. I say it's the most stressful, it's not the most stressful. It was just a stressful day. But I am very ready to unwind, get back on the farm, and get some farming done. So let's crack straight on. And hopefully I will remember to give desktop audio today as well. That always helps. Look at me already loaded up and ready to go. What a prepared person I am. Okay, judging by the tractor and the fertilizer, I've either just done a fertilizing mission or I'm about to start it. I have a feeling. Oh, yes, I am about to start it. So that is a good way to... Am I in the right field? I am in the right field. Okay. I'm a bit concerned that I can't really see precision farming right now, but as long as we have... Oh, there we go. Now it's kicked in. This obviously just has absolutely zero fertilizer on the field right now. I cannot remember where I left off last stream, but I remember this being a fairly big old fertilizing contract. I want to say it was like 40 or 50k. Let's have a look. 47 grand, that is crazy. So yeah, we'll be getting this done and then I think I will be potentially buying the next field next to me. I have a little field at the moment. It is planted with some grass, but it's tiny. Like, I bought the most ridiculous sized tractor ever because I knew some of the fields in this map were just super big and I thought, yeah, this is a great idea. Slightly regretting that decision now. We will have to potentially buy the next field just so I can actually get the tractor around easily, but also need some more grass. So I honestly don't even think I'd probably get like one full-size bale off the field that I have right now. It is tiny. But also the other plan today is to get some chickens. I did buy the little field that the chickens live in next to the farm that I am on. Am I even on the track? Oh my god, this is a ginormous field. No wonder it's 47k. But yeah, I will be going to buy some wheat to bring back for the chickens, getting them fed. I haven't bought them yet, but we will be buying some today. That is the plan. Always good to have a plan. And then yeah, we'll be sort of stocking up, getting ready for cows in the near future. I say near future. It's going to be a little while. I'm hoping there's a fair few contracts to get me through the winter. We'll have to wait and see, but there's not going to be a huge amount happening on my farm until then, apart from keeping the chickens fed and just chilling, really. Enjoy the first year on the farm. This tractor is in absolute desperate need of a clean... Look at that, mucky. So that is also on the shopping list for sure. And luckily they're not super expensive, so that should be fine. I reckon I can definitely get one today at some point. But yeah, like I said, first priority I think is going to be buying that second field. It's currently set up to have horses in, but I don't really want to have horses. Probably want to go straight in with cows, and then I think I eventually would like also... Or did I decide cows first, or did I decide something else? I might have decided like sheep or goats. I can't really remember. Maybe I don't have a plan. I have an idea, but not much of a plan yet. Plans can always change as well. I think I might have actually decided like goats or sheep actually, because I won't need as much to get going with them. I will literally just need some hay and some hay or grass, so I won't need the wrapper. I mean, it's not really that much extra work to go straight in with a wrapper, like once you've got the baler and everything else you need. It's not that bad, and it saves you having to buy a tedder straight away as well. Something I forgot to check before I actually started stream today was to see if the realistic grazing mod has come out. I'm hoping it's a case of I can literally just add it to this save. I'd be a bit upset if I have to start a whole new save, but if I don't have any animals, maybe it'll be okay if I got that beforehand. I think the Farm Sim guy on YouTube, I watched a video of him testing the beta version and it looked incredible. So definitely want to be adding that in to my 1500 other mods, or whatever stupid number I have at the moment, I can't remember. But it has been a few weeks since I've looked at the mod hub. I try to avoid looking at it for a period of time, because if not I just install everything. Gets a little bit out of hand. Just a little bit. I also looked at my number of Sims mods the other day. That was outrageous. Absolutely crazy. But when you have Curse Forge, it just makes it so easy. Right, we're already actually a really good way. I can't remember what I was saying now. Hola Helda, long time no see, how are you doing? I honestly God did not read Cutie Pie Noobs on your Discord and was gutted. Oh shoot, she's been hacked, and then I increased the brightness on her phone and could read clearly. Oh dear. That's funny. Yeah, I don't know if that's a good thing to have or not. Basically, I had a period of time where I kept getting loads and loads of bots joining the Discord server, and it was really annoying, so having that extra step has stopped quite a lot of bots joining. Not all the bots and not all the scam artists, but you know, it's done a good job, so I'm a bit reluctant to get rid of it. But yeah, you do need to actually get the message to then get access to the server, which is a little bit annoying. That's good. You can stop a good load of them. Yeah, honestly, it's such a nightmare. It's like the same with oops, I am not on a line. Where is the line? Am I pressing the right button? No, that would be why. Yeah, I had the same issue with people posting links on my Twitch chat, and to do that I had to ban links, which was really annoying because sometimes people had useful links, but yeah, that was a pain. Such a pain. God damn all the bots. Hola Haldor, have you made any maps recently? Haven't finalized any. Ooh, getting closer day by day. Nice. I did see that. I did actually have a notification the other day. I say the other day, it might have been a month ago right now because time is just flying by. But I did see you streaming, but it was already past my bedtime, so I didn't join. But one day I will join. I've been so bad at actually getting to sleep on time recently. So bad. I feel like death. I wish I could be one of those people, cough Jordan, who can just get away with not sleeping at all. Mostly doing finished touches on the map itself, then I will overhaul some of the buildings. Nice. Well, I am excited. Drop a message in my Discord when it's ready. Love a new map. Can't stream early as I don't have any free time until then. What time, as in like, I can't remember where you live. It's ooh, that was risky. It's like not Netherlands. It's somewhere exotic. Like what sort of time of the day is it in the UK when you normally stream? Am I doing things? I'm not on a line, that's for sure. There we go. Ugh, GPS. Usually start stream 9 to 11. In Norway, that's it. I had N on the tip of my tongue, but I was like, I'm pretty sure it's not Netherlands. Nice. I'm actually considering honeymoon destinations at the moment. Somewhere in, oh my god, I've forgotten the name of the whole area. What's the, oh my god, this is bad. What's like the Finnish, Swedish, Norway area called? My geography is absolutely shocking. Yes, getting married in August, which is very exciting. And stressful. And time consuming. But it's all good. I'm excited. Oh, sorry, I just read that properly. You're married or getting married? I am getting married. Yep, tying Jack down forever. I'm sure he'll love it. Common name in Norway, the area is Finnmark. Oh, okay. Oh, hello. Oh, that's because I'm out of fertilizer. I panicked then. Oh, that's not good. Have I got a weight on the front? Probably. Right, let's get rid of that because I'm gonna need that. Not there. I'm probably gonna have to put these down, which is very annoying. Oh, don't drag them with me. You gonna stand up or are you gonna fall over? Right. Let's rearrange this, shall we? Not sure there's much to see from a honeymoon point of view. I'm trying to think what the name of the whole area is. I'm thinking Nordic, but it's not. Something. Oh my god, why can't I remember this? I was considering Finland because that's where I have family, but I love Finland and the lakes and stuff up there. And I decided against it when I saw that September is like the rainiest, second most rainy month of the year there normally. And like, I want to go somewhere. Oh, Scandinavia, that's the word. That's what I meant. Yeah, I was thinking like a lake house type thing. But who knows, we might not go anywhere at this rate because yeah, it's expensive and hard to decide where to go. Right, I'm really hoping I brought enough fertilizer for this. I feel like I did. I've only got 25% left of the field left. In terms of Norway, can't go wrong with either Vestlandet or Lofoten. They sound like nice places to go. Nope, don't hire a worker, you pellock. How is there no field course detected? There we go. Get there in the end. Nope. What is going on? Steering assist, yes. Now we go, yes? Honestly. Can't get the drivers these days. Fantastic landscape is camping, cabins, hiking opportunities, nice. Cannot say I'm the best at hiking. Can't really say I've ever really been hiking. But cabins is my cup of tea. I've been watching a lot of YouTubers recently building cabins, and I now think I could do it. I think I've learned from other people's mistakes and I'm ready to build a cabin. I need to get a house big enough that I can put one in the garden though, really. Ooh, hello. Honestly, I love GPS. That just was magical. Apart from the little patch I missed at the beginning. But apart from that. My headset seems very quiet. That's a bit better. I mean, my ideal holiday would be somewhere hot. All you can eat. All you can drink. Pretty views. Sea I'm not so sold on, but if there's sea, that's nice. Somewhere to swim. Thailand would be lovely, but I think it's a bit far for us. Like, that would be a whole day flying. Yeah, I don't know. I have ideas. Been there once, it was great, very cheap food. Yeah, that is true. I have heard that. Yeah, no, Thailand would be really cool. I've seen some amazing pictures of Thailand. Travel there is worth it. Another place I really want to go, which is also really far, is Mauritius. That's where I've got family as well. Although I was put off a bit by the fact that there are sea snakes, I think there's great white sharks, but there's definitely tiger sharks. Big old jellyfish, rockfish are like one of the things I'm most terrified of. The ones that can kill you if you step on them. And also they have centipedes so big they can bite you in the eye and like make it swell shut. Oh, that's a big no. Yeah. Honestly, my granddad grew up there. And he has told me many stories over the years. All of them have been terrifying. Actually, all but one has been terrifying. He did have a pet monkey, which I think is really cool. He just found this monkey, and I think it was quite like a baby monkey, and it lived with him for a bit. And I feel like in the end, it went back to wherever monkeys live, and like rejoined the group. But he did have a pet monkey for a while, which is crazy. Come to Norway. The scariest we have are moose and Karens. What are Karens? I mean, moose can be quite scary. I've watched Outdoor Boys, and moose can, or is it elk? No, I'm pretty sure it's moose that can kill you if you spook them and get trampled by them. Then again, just down the road from where I am, there were loose bears. They managed to break loose and eat a week's worth of honey, which is so funny. It's such like a stereotypical bear thing to do. You wouldn't go close to them anytime unless it's dead. Yeah, that's fair. Lovely. There's bear here too, but it's seldom you hear about them. I would love to see bears in the wild. Like, not close, not so close that I'm in danger. Me and my friend, actually, Jordan, if you're watching, we were debating how you deal with bears, like in different types of bears, because I can't remember what her saying was, but it was like, if it's brown, stay down. If it's black, fight back or something. I can't remember what it was. And so like grizzly bears or brown bears, you're meant to like play dead or something. But then I googled it, and one place was like, oh yeah, you definitely want to play dead if it's a grizzly bear, and the other one was like, no, don't do that. And I was just like, okay, right, what one are you actually meant to do? Not that I'm actively planning on seeking out any bears anytime in the near future, but you know, it's good to know these things just in case. As found out by loose bears in the vicinity, although I'm sure they probably act slightly different to wild bears, but you never know. And they've also been used to like being around humans. They're probably less scared of like human civilization in general. Brown, stay down. Black, fight back. Fun. Grizzly is tickly. Tickly grizzlies. Yeah, I don't think you want to be going around tickling a grizzly bear unless you can distract it with a salmon quick enough to get away, but they're fast. To be fair, I feel like most animals generally wouldn't really be that interested in you unless they thought you were a threat. Oh, hello, didn't want to do that. Or they were very hungry. I feel like it's going to be one of those two things. Hopefully not the hungry one. Right, where am I going? I have completed this massive fertilizing job. Where even am I? Oh, I'm down here. Oh, this was the massive grass field that I actually mowed the other day on stream. It was a hell of a job, but it was worth it. It was like another 50k job to mow it. Obviously fertilizing it was so much quicker. And I still have fertilizer left over, so that's pretty good. Okay, so that's another 50k in the bank. I think I was actually trying to save up for some mowers, not mowing. I think that's why I bought the ridiculously big tractor, was so that I could afford the big butterfly mowers. Which again, I haven't got a field the size that is really worth having those, but my plan was to future-proof. If it's that kind of money for jobs like that, I'd get a tractor to IRL. Yeah, same. I would 100% get paid 50 grand to quickly fertilize a field. That'd be nuts. IRL, what do you reckon you get? I mean, it's a decent sized field, but I mean, that did not take that long. I mean, obviously IRL might be slightly different length time-wise, but yeah, I can't see it being crazy. I reckon you get paid like a couple hundred to do that. I'd probably get a Fendt. I don't know, just something about them. I do like the look of a Fendt. Yes, I've never driven any tractor, so I don't really know what's good and what's not. I've heard John Deere's break down a lot, but you know, they are a beautiful piece of machinery. But I think you can get unlucky with any tractor, to be honest. Although someone was telling me they had a fast track that couldn't get up hills the other day on stream, which I found hilarious because they're meant to be like the fastest tractors out there. And also like generally big and beefy, like they're normally very high horsepower. I've only driven old tractors in my youth. Old tractors. Oh, hello. Should pay attention to the road. It was made in the early 80s. That's nuts. I would love to drive like old vintage tractors. That's the dream. What kind of tractor was it? Do you remember the brand? I've said it before, but I'm gonna say it again. I got the chance to drive a mini excavator the other day, and that was the best time I've had in a vehicle. I used to quite like driving my Waitrose delivery van because that was just like a big vehicle compared to my little Corsa at the time. But yeah, a tractor or an excavator, great fun. John Deere T140 4-wheel drive, so more chunky version. Nice. It looks like the John Deere NFS25. I'll have a look in a second. Don't know what's going on in my mirrors. Like there seems to be very blurry in the background. Maybe it's the mist. One with the rounded cabin. I will have a look momentarily. Don't know why I'm going to the shop. What was I planning on coming here for? I just started ambling over with absolutely zero plan. I mean, I can get some more fertilizer whilst I'm here, I guess, but I have no idea what I was planning. I guess we'll see if we can get another contract, which is going to be worth some big old bucks. Oh, and I've got 2 tractors over here, even better, which means I'm going to have to, at some point, drive one of these back and then walk back here to get the other one. That was silly. Alright, let's see what's in the sale quickly. Absolutely nothing good. Right, let's have a look at John Deere tractors. I imagine it'll be in the small category. This one? No, that's it's quite a big one, huh? I saw horsepower maybe. Can I filter? No. This one? No, that seems too big. Or does it look just like that, but like it's a model? I mean, that looks quite old actually, to be fair. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I mean, that looks pretty big. Nice. The one in the game is a little bit longer. Yeah, that's got quite a long engine bay. I don't know what you want to call it. Whatever that's called. That's pretty cool though. It is my dream to have a small bit of land, have a little tractor, and just cause havoc in my little tractor. Right. Let's have a look at contracts and also land and also what I plan on buying. The cabin and all the handle and gears are exactly like the one we had. That is so cool. Was it like one you owned? So it feels like home. Do you still own it? Or is it still on a farm somewhere? Right, contracts. What do we got going on? Okay, bale-wrapping's a decent one actually. It's only 6k, but I feel like that's quite worth it. How am I able to fertilize that field again? I've literally just done it. I don't think we'll be doing that, just in case it won't accept it for some weird reason. I'm not doing any of the root crops. Not going to be worth it. I can't believe there's cotton growing on this map, considering it's an English map. I'm pretty sure you don't get English cotton. Not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure. I feel like I've googled that before. Yeah, lots of root crops, lots of beans and stuff, but it's just going to take too long. It's not really worth it. I mean, that would take years. It probably wouldn't be so bad if you had like 5 or 6 people on the job, but nah, not for me. Not for me. I also don't know what I can really do with these irrigation contracts, so I don't understand what equipment I'm meant to use to like actually complete these missions. I could do some liming, but again, that would be a lot of trips back and forth with all the lime that I'd need. Field 5. I mean, that's not a ridiculously big field. I don't know why this seems to be like lagging. That actually probably wouldn't be a bad contract. 23. Let's have a look. I mean, that's going to be a big field because of the amount of money that costs. I mean, compare that to 27. It's definitely not bigger than 27. $35, $44. Okay, so that actually might be worth doing. But I'm not going to jump straight into that. My dad bought it secondhand, I think. He still has it and drives it every day. That's amazing. I love that people have those sorts of old tractors in and like just keep them running for ages. Like, I think that's awesome. Gotta get going. Groceries don't buy themselves. Nice catching up and seeing you again. Ola Haldorf, thank you so much for popping in. Let me know when the new map's ready and I will definitely jump on it. And enjoy your grocery shopping, and thank you for popping in. Make the best of the day. We definitely will. We plan on celebrating hard, so hopefully it's a good day. Just hoping for nice weather. You never really know with English weather. Could be good, could be bad. Keep you posted. Awesome. Looking forward to it. Thank you. And if you stream again and I'm awake, I will definitely try and join. That's kind of a big if at the moment. I need to catch up on a lot of sleep this week. Like, the bags under my eyes are ridiculous. So I'll be going for as long as I can today, but we'll see how I get on later. Probably the little bit of caffeine in the Pepsi is going to help me. Or at least I hope. We can only hope. Right. On to the next job. Or was I going to buy mowers? Ugh, I don't really know what I'm doing. Too many decisions to be made. Alright, let's have a look so I can remind myself the cost of the mowers, because if I can buy the mowers now, do that mowing job, and then crack straight on with buying that second field, I could be on a pretty good path, but I need to find out where they are. Where the hell are they? You know when you're like scrolling through things but you're not really paying attention to what you're looking at? That is me right now. There they are. It's been a long day. Right, okay. I had a feeling they were scarily expensive. So ideally I want to go for these two. Because they've got a really good working width. Oh, that's 10 meters. Ooh, and I can afford that pretty much right now. Not quite, but I'm not far off. I'm also painfully aware that I need to make sure I have more than enough money to pay for the finance that I have on things. I want to say I need at least 13k a day just to keep affording those things. So I think we have to look for another quick little jobby in between, get that little bit of extra money in, and then we can go on to a big old grass contract, which is quite good. I am liking the sound of that. I think I'll do this little wrapping contract. But first I'm going to see how much a wrapper will cost, because I do have a front loader now. If I can get a wrapper, because I don't really know. I like the front loader wrappers. I really like them on the telehandlers. But I don't know. I don't know. I'm going to need one of these eventually anyway. So I'm debating just buying one now. I kind of want to stay away from... I feel like that's an unrealistic price. And lizard isn't like... I don't know. I don't like it. I think I'll be jumping straight on the square bales, so realistically I don't want to be spending stupid amounts of money on one that I'm not going to need right now. So I think instead of... I'm just going to borrow the equipment. Is that silly? Probably, but we'll do it anyway. Borrow items. Okay, cool. I hope they gave me... Oh, I think I just attached it to the front. So I don't know if it's best to put this on the front or the back. Surely this attaches here, right? Thank God. Oh, it wouldn't be unlike the game to give me equipment that I couldn't actually use. I didn't even look where the field is for this job. Ah, 36 just down the road, that's not too bad. I feel like it's easier to perhaps reverse up to a bale, have the auto drop on, and then you can just drive away and it will drop it wherever it sort of lands. If not, when you've got a front loader, you've got to carefully place it down, not be driving when it's dropped. It's all just a bit more of a faff, you know. Alright, I've already forgotten where this field is. Oh, it's the little one at the end. Yeah, there we go. This is another field that I wouldn't mind buying at some point. It's quite diddy. I want to say it was more expensive than the first field I bought. There's quite a few little fields that I'd quite like to buy and expand into. Also can't remember if the equipment that was in the shed attached to this field, because I'm pretty sure if you start with the starting farm, you own the shed that's right next to this field. Might even be a cow pasture, I'm not sure. Maybe I get confused with another place, we'll see. Okay, Okay, so there is a good few bales in there. Not crazy amounts. Oh, you're gonna be a dick. Oh wow, someone even left the gate open. That was probably me, but I won't complain. Alright, we'll get that unfolded. Don't start rolling. Yeah. I feel like I'm gonna regret going with this. Getting the angle right is gonna be a little bit tricky. Not as painful as I was expecting. Okay, I'm gonna leave this like far out of the way as I can. How many bales have I got to do? I'm sure somewhere it tells you the number of bales. I mean, that's about 20%, so there must be about 5. A bit concerned that it says 19% instead of 20 though. Let's hope there is exactly 5 bales around. I'm just going to stick them on the edge. Yeah, it's not going to be many bales at all. I mean, I think it's about $4,000 for about 2 bales. So you never know. This might be a 4 bale field. Nah, it's not going to do. 39%. Again, 1% off the 40 is concerning. If it leaves me on 99%, I'm going to be fuming. Okay, I actually prefer this to the front loader baler. No, the telehandler baler. Not baler, wrapper is the word I'm looking for. This seems a lot easier to use. Like, there's quite a wide pickup compared to the telehandler one. The telehandler one, you have to get it the right angle, lowered really like close to where you need to be. If that made any sense. You basically have to get like the perfect angle and make sure you haven't got it too high in the air, because if you do, you've got 0 chance of picking up that bale. You just end up knocking it around. This, however, is an absolute gem. Maybe I should go for round bales. The baler and the actual wrapper is so much cheaper. But it's a pain in the ass picking them up and stacking them. Which I'm inevitably going to need to do. Nice. There we go. That was an easy job. Right. Here we go. We are gonna go and buy those massive, ridiculously big mowers. Hope that the JCB is powerful enough to take them on. Go do that big old grass contract. Make back the money for most of what the cost is of those mowers. And then hope we've got enough left over for a field. The key word there is hope. I do actually need to look how much that field costs. I want to say it was within the 30 to 40k range. It wasn't ridiculous. But there is also a nice big field right next to it, so I could expand all of those 3 fields into one big field, and then I would have grass for days. I'm thinking I don't want to put any animals on that bit of land because it's quite a nice flattish bit of land. There's a couple really small fields that are super cheap, which just scream to have animals on because they're flat, a tiny bit at the bottom, like just the perfect level for their food troughs to go on. And then you can just expand the pasture bit all the way up the field on the slant. Like, they're too small to really be worth mowing and doing stuff with. They're too small to get a combine in there. And they're also not really worth anything else, to be honest. So animals it is. Right, let's get rid of that. So complete. And then let's go buy some mowers. Okay, so I was going to go for these. I mean, I really want to have swath mode. I'm pretty sure these do swaths. I mean, it doesn't matter ridiculously if they don't. But that is why I wanted to go for the big, more expensive ones. So I will be a little bit mad if they don't. But it's going to have to do for now because that's even a bigger working width than the other ones. And they're cheaper too, so it's a no-brainer in that sense, but is it going to do what I want it to do? That looks insane. Look at the size of those things. I don't like that this screams at me every time I jump in. Do JCB fast tracks really scream at you when you hop in the cab and turn it on? That would make me jump every single time. Alright, front mower is on. And the back, nice. I mean, this looks terrible, like color combination wise, but overall, like ability to do things is high. So let's make good use of these things. 69k well spent. Or so we hope. Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a couple of really tiny fertilizing jobs, which I might do at the end of this contract. They're going to be so quick, and because they're right next to each other, that's an easy 10 grand. Like that would probably literally just be once down the field and that's job done. Alright, big old mowing contract. Let's go. And what's even better is I don't have to pay however stupid amount it is for hiring the equipment, because I got it all. See, I'm literally going straight back to where I've just been. Doing that ridiculously big fertilizing contract, but I'm excited. But yeah, look at the size of these mowers. There's no way in hell I could really do a decent job in the field that I've got. Like, I've gone way too big for the size of the land I own. I should be starting with like a ride-on lawnmower with the size of the land I currently have. This is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to get a bigger field before I can probably even harvest any grass. At least this will fit through the gate because there isn't really a gate, so that's one good thing. Oh, nuts. Right, you know what, I'm going this way. Screw you. I could probably look at the settings right now and it would probably tell me if I can actually do swath mode, but I'm just gonna wait. I'm gonna be patient because I don't really want to find out until the last possible minute if my decision is bad or not. I love the lighting effects coming through those trees. That is beautiful. Imagine driving down the road on a crisp autumn morning, going to mow your fields. What a time. I'm actually hoping I've gone down the right way. I have. Nice. Makes a change. Could have actually gone the other way, down that other lane into this field. But oh, we're going this way. We can go back the scenic way. Watch out, Jeremy Clarkson is coming on her JCB. Coria, how are you doing? But I like to think that I'm doing a better job than Jeremy. Ay, ay, ay. Honestly, watching him opening the pub in the last series was concerning. Melting? You somewhere warm? Or is it just the heat in general? But yeah, I'm not too bad, thank you. Not too bad at all. Apart from absolutely cream crackered. Need a Lambo. Crez de Les. It's been a while. How are you doing? And I don't have... Actually, do I have any Lambos installed on this game? I don't think I do, you know. And sheep. Would love sheep. Would love sheep. And a Caleb. I'm gonna be getting sheep or goats, I think I've decided with myself recently. I think maybe goats because I like the idea of being able to do dairy stuff, but I'm not unsold on sheep either. Right, let's get these folded down. Can we do a swath mode? Yes, we can. Hell yeah. There we go. That is what I wanted to see. Perfect. Nice. That is maybe a happy, happy person. Easily pleased. Oh. Oh, don't hire a worker, you ass. Nope. Stop it. I want to do this. You're literally in a field. What is going on? There we go. We're off. Sheep are adorable. Think of the lambs. This is very true. This is very true. And I wouldn't be eating the lambs either. They would be growing up big so that they can give me some wool and I can turn it into clothes. We need one small pig and call him Richard Ham. Oh, Richard Ham. So cute. It's so funny that they were like, we can use him as a fluffer. That is, oh, honestly, so funny. Honestly. I will say that's probably one of the best bits of that series was Richard Ham. How big do you think he'll get when he's fully grown? Waiting for next season. I wonder, yeah, I do wonder how big, I'm hoping he's still there next season. Because they were debating getting rid of him. But I would 100% be keeping him as a pet pig. No questions asked. Right, I can't really tell if this is really going against the edge of the field. I feel like it is. I feel like that's kind of like the field boundary that I'm running along, but time will tell. I mean, this says I'm swath dropping, but it doesn't really feel like it. Because that is three distinct, oh hello, 3 distinct lines that I'm dropping behind me. I think he would be at least half the size of a normal pig. He did seem diddy. So cute and small. But like, sometimes they catch up. So you never know. He might become a full-sized ham. But then I don't think they can call him Richard Ham anymore. Because Hammond is pocket-sized. Damn, this field seems to have a very wide edge around it. Like, I'm concerned that I'm not going around the outside lap. I might be doing like one inside, but I don't think so. Because that's where it pulls me automatically. A full-sized ham. I'm reading a series of books at the moment, and in it is a pet pig, and every day he has a different size like shirt with like a pun on it, and it's just so funny. I can't think of any examples either now. I want to see Harriet back. She was fun. She was quite funny. Caleb's face when he met her though, my god, that was so funny. I wonder how much of it is like put on and how much of it is authentic. It's like, would he really be that skeptical of someone that's been helping out? Like, he looked really upset to begin with. At the end they got along, yeah, for sure. Absolute girl boss, I loved her, yeah, for sure. She took no crap. But it's crazy, like, the amount of knowledge of farming you get from just doing it for life. Like, being a farmer in the life, if that makes any sense. You know what I mean? Brought up on the farm. Like, taught that stuff from day one. I think it was for TV. I felt really sorry for Jeremy when he was like, that bastard started harvesting without me, and then he went and drove straight into his new shed. Oh, that would be so disappointing. But 100% something I would do, I reckon. Driving into something brand new, disappointing. I wonder how much that like stone barn costs as well. Could see you do that, Chol. Oh, thanks. Thanks. I only nearly made us crash and die once. I heard you are the new star in next season. I wish. That's the dream. No, it's not. I couldn't handle the pressure of being on TV. But I did meet Caleb the other day, and that was funny. Awkward, but funny. I'm so awkward. I wish I was less awkward. Like, you know when you meet someone, and I was always someone that was like, oh yeah, I'd never like fangirl, or like, I don't know. I'm just an awkward person, but like I wasn't ever gonna be like, oh my god, it's Caleb, yada yada. But I basically didn't really say anything. I was just a mute. I didn't know what to say. I got a picture with him though, that's the main thing. What are you guys up to this evening? Have you both watched both have obviously watched Clarkson's Farm, but have you finished the whole season? You gave outside or at least work before? Really? Damn. Damn, son. It's like a very wonky line in this corner. Each wave is slightly different than the next. It was for Ben Francis's birthday. Does he know him, or was it just like he was paid to be there? I'd pay him to be at my birthday. Do you show? Yeah, both live in the Cotswolds. Oh, I see. Do you show? What do you mean? Has someone got a little crush? Nah. Not for me. I just want to drive a tractor. Anyway, that I can make that happen. No, to be fair, I know someone who has tractors. I still haven't been over. In fact, I know at least 2 people that I could probably ask to actually drive a tractor, but I haven't done it yet. Damn it, it's raining. At least the windscreen wipers work. I'm so annoyed I'm not streaming on TikTok as well today. I have a feeling it's something to do with the update on Stream Elements, because it was like it had to re-verify my access somehow. Like Stream Elements had to almost like apply for access. So maybe TikTok said they need to do something different, or I have no idea, but human. See, what I really need is my streaming career to take off, so I can then afford a farm, and then I can do this IRL on stream. What am I currently streaming on? I am currently on just TikTok and YouTube. Sadly, not more than that. Normally, I would have TikTok on the go as well, but it is what it is. I also need to figure out a better place for this, because I'm kind of like leaning around to look at things. Not ideal. What the hell is going on here? Why are you going over there? Seriously, what the hell? Pretty sure I put 3 laps of the headland on. Oh, that'd be why. Okay, it all makes sense now. Do I need to do 3 laps? Probably not, but we'll do it anyway. That's better. I would pay to see you try to farm. You're one of the clumsiest people I know. Well, don't you say the sweetest things. Also, sorry if you had ads then, Krez. I'll repeat that, shall I? I'd pay to see you try to farm. You're one of the clumsiest people I know. What a compliment. Oh, I'm just blown away by your kindness and lovely words. You're not wrong, but that's not the point. True though. Yeah, I'd probably fall in and out of the tractor on a daily basis, not gonna lie. And some of them are quite tall. I would do a lot of damage if I fell from that. I would also probably drive into something. Maybe multiple things. Also, after watching Clarkson and Caleb try and figure out GPS, I would never actually want to use it IRL. Terrifying. Like, imagine you could not get it to stop. Nope, you're doing the wrong line. Oh, what the hell is this thing doing? That's better. You need one of those ladders that Clarkson has on his. Yeah, I mean, his didn't last that long though. It was a great idea, but it was not well built. I did feel sorry for him though when he was like quite obviously struggling with some of his like mobility. Bless, he's getting old. Could you imagine though? If I was just casually cruising around in one of these, I would have the best time. Really wish it was laid out better in here though. Like, why is there not hands on a person there? That just really pisses me off. I'm trying to think what games I've played recently where you can actually see your hands. Was it Ranch Simulator? I feel like it's Ranch Simulator. Is it Ranch Simulator? Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can. The only terrifying thing is when you turn and you can see like inside your skull. That's less fun. Right. Which way is the lines going? Okay, so I need to go this way around. But maybe one day Giants will actually incorporate it so you have hands. Like this looking at an empty seat is just ruining the immersion. When you look in third person and you can see like one hand's on the gear stick, not gear stick, whatever you want to call that thing. You know, you've got feet on the pedals doing things. Why can't you have that in cab? On the plus side though, they have upped the quality of other things. Like, look at the raindrops on the tractor, on the mud guards. You win some, you lose some, eh? So I'm pretty sure they never used to have like raindrops. Obviously you always used to have like the raindrops in the sky, and you had the you had the windscreen wipers going. But you never had raindrops on things from what I remember. Like, there's even raindrops on the ceiling, out of the sunroof. On the ceiling, out of the sunroof. Yeah, they've improved that. Also probably would not want to be mowing in this sort of weather. Depends what you're using the grass for, I guess, and how dry it is, but do not want to be baling wet grass. Okay, I'm actually pleasantly surprised I'm already 41% done with this field. This is a decent sized field. Oh, you know what I didn't do is see how much the oh, come on, you take so long. Was see how much the cost of the field is next to me. 44k, it's actually more than I thought. The bigger field is 117. Which isn't crazy. If you think about like how much I get for these contracts, there's only 2 big contracts worth. Really. Maybe 3, depending what contract it is, but 2 big fertilizing contracts which really don't take that long, and that field is mine. I will get the smaller field a lot sooner though. Get that planted up this year. And then I think we're probably going to end up running over into the next year before I can afford the bigger fields. Problem is, I'm trying to weigh up if it's like worth not buying the bigger field first of all and getting one of those fields that I said would be perfect to have animals in first. Then I can just concentrate on getting a little bit of hay and grass ready for the sheep or the goats, whichever ones I go for. I think I need to have a look at so I don't really want to get like a whole massive tailor shop and a massive clothes production thing. I'm going to be getting like the small mini farm things rather than the big old buildings on this map, at least to begin with, because there is actually 0 productions on this map, which is really annoying. I'd much rather have a map that has loads of productions already built into the map, because A, they look better, they're just much more well integrated into the map, and also I can rent them because I've got a mod which lets me rent them rather than buy them. I don't think it's realistic that you have to buy the whole building to use them normally. I know this game isn't like the most perfect realism game, but everyone likes to play it differently, and I do not like to buy my productions. I don't think I would own a factory as a farmer. I might borrow or pay them to, you know, like produce something for me. If I wasn't selling like a raw grain or something, but yeah, I would not be owning a factory. It's very unlikely. I mean, I get it when you have like the massive farms that own most of the map, but not for me. Maybe one day on this map, but I don't think that's going to be happening anytime soon. It's pouring down. Terrible weather to be mowing in. Yeah, I don't think I'd be mowing. Oh, that's noisy. Noisy. Yeah, I really don't understand. This is supposedly swath mode, and that is widespread mode. I mean, there is a tiny bit of difference, I think, maybe, but not a lot. And that's definitely on the rear mowers too, so who knows. Obviously not the perfect things that I was going for, but still pretty good. Having that sort of working width is nuts, especially considering that this is actually really early on in the game. I mean, I was not planning on getting massive equipment straight away. This was meant to be the long-term plan. I just kind of jumped to the long-term plan before I got to the short-term plan. So yeah, over there is like a bunch of sell points, but there's not any productions. I think there might be one production up there. I think that's maybe stone crushing, the little blue dot at the top. I'm not actually sure what the yellow ones are. I think they're animals. I have no idea. Animals would make sense because I'm pretty sure there's cows, and obviously I've got chickens already on the map. So that would make sense. Right guys, I'm going to take a very quick 2-minute break. I'm going to leave that running because hopefully it's going to stop at the end of the row. And I will see you guys in a second. Right, luckily the tractor did stop at the end of this road, so that's good. 59% through this contract, and then I think if I've got enough money after I've done this, I will probably buy that field straight away. I am probably going to do those 2 little fertilizing missions as well, just to get the extra 10k in. Can't remember how much my daily loans are. I think they're about 13k. I wonder if I can see quickly. Finances. Fertilizer costs are expensive. Yeah, I don't actually know because I don't think I've had. I must have had some payments come out that day, but I can't see any other ones. Contract income is looking good though. So I've actually just started, I say just started, I've been in a new role at work for the last 3 months, and I have actually been able to do some farm accounts. The ones I've been doing, the last set of farm accounts I've done have been absolutely horrendous. I don't know why. I think it's just a bit more of a tricky layout of things. There's, I don't know, it's just complicated for some unknown reason. I feel like it's just not a very tidy set of accounts, but maybe they will get better as they go along. Also, so many acronyms: SFI, RPA. I actually did a like a farming training session the other day, mostly going over sort of different taxes and stuff. The first slide they showed was a load of different acronyms for things. I could name 2 of them, which is better than none, but only 2. Oh, and BPA, that's another one. Most of these are grants. Yeah, it's crazy. NFU, know that one. But it's crazy the difference of someone that's been a farmer can just name them all. We have someone that specialises in farm accounts, and she also, I think she must have a farming background because she was also a young farmer and stuff, so yeah, she knows her stuff. Damn, that has jumped up to 68% already. That was quick. So yeah, we're going to have another 40-something K pretty quickly. So once I've done those other 2 fertilizing contracts, I'll be up another 12k, which will put me on, what's that going to be, 57k. And I need to keep 13 of that back, so I can probably just about afford the other field, but I might have to see if I can do yet another contract in this day, and then we'll see what it's looking like, see if it's worth the risk of buying it right now, if I should just wait another day. Another day won't kill me, but I'm a bit concerned as well about the amount of contracts I'm going to have over winter. If I'm still making payments but not having any income, then that's gonna hurt the bank pretty bad. I'm pretty sure I don't have any loans though, so worst case scenario, I could take out a small loan. Yeah, I've got zero loan at the moment. But damn, look at that contract income. The first day, first month, 121k, 99k, up to 53 at the moment. It's gonna be another 100k month at the end of this. Which is crazy. Imagine being able to rake in 100k just doing a few contracts in a month. That would be insane. Obviously not realistic. And it's obviously not taking into account things like the realistic amount of fuel you'd use, the wear and tear on the equipment, all that sort of stuff. Speaking of wear and tear, I know from past experience that keeping up with the maintenance on tractors is also very important on this game, because if not, my god, those repair bills get expensive. And yeah, the JCBs, I can't remember how much this tractor was when I bought it actually, on this game. I know it was expensive, which is why it was financed. I think I went for over 2 years as well. Because if not, the monthly payments would have just been ridiculous. But yeah, I can't remember how much it would have been brand new. Let's see if we can have a quick look. Oh, salesman's on a break currently. We can't have a look right now. I think we can have a look again at 1 o'clock when he's back open. I should probably look in the... Can I not look in the garage when the salesman's on a break? Let's have a look. So the Massey's only worth $3,000. That's nuts. Okay, I'm very glad I kept that. Yeah, this is currently worth 180k. Nuts. So this would have been probably about 200k mark when I bought it, maybe more. But it is letting me be able to complete these big old jobs without needing to hire equipment, so it's going to pay off in the long run. Alweb, hello and good evening. Hello, how are you doing? Welcome to the stream again. How have you been? Ugh, I hate these things. I'm gonna put it on, I'm gonna put it on follow only chat as well at some point. Been good, just finished my week of work today and looking forward to London tomorrow. Nice. How am I? I'm not too bad, thank you. So do you normally finish, like, how many days a week do you normally work? I would love to be finished with work today. I was very much debating taking tomorrow off as holiday. I think I'm going to have to book a day of holiday soon because I need an extra day off in a week. I think I got used to all these bank holidays in May. Now I would very much like a 4-day working week. That is the dream. Oh, 3 days. Wednesday, Thursday and Friday. I do 13 hours a day though. Oof. That is tough, but I would love to condense my work week into 3 days. Switch to I work Tuesday instead of Friday. That sounds like a smart decision. What are you up to in London? Yeah, I did try and convince work to let me do a 4-day working week and do slightly longer days. They were not keen on that plan. I think I'll be able to do that when I'm qualified, but when I'm qualified I'm hoping to drop down to 4 days if I could afford it anyway, so but I might see if I can do 4 longer days, like ever so slightly longer days. So that would be lovely, to not sacrifice that much income but have 4 days a week. Traveling from Norway as my mother is turning 60. My stepdad bought her a ticket to visit my uncle, and we're going to surprise her over there. Nice. That sounds like a really good weekend. Are you staying for longer than a weekend or just a weekend? You're the second person from Norway in my chat today. I also had Ola Haldor in my chat earlier in stream. Just on Monday. Nice. How long is the flight from Norway? I flew to Amsterdam and I feel like that was quite a quick flight. I can't remember how long it was now. But I remember being surprised, like pleasantly surprised it wasn't that far. But Norway's even closer, right? You can actually get a ferry across, I think. Pretty sure. Ola Haldor is such a Norwegian name. Yeah, it is. Yeah, he's a modder, no, map creator slash modder on Farm Sim. One of his maps is New Frontier, and he's about to release a second map, maybe a second map. Can't remember. I'm not sure if he's released any others in between then, but yeah, he also released maps on 22. One hour 25 to Amsterdam from Christiansand. Can't say that very well. And an hour and 20 to London Heathrow. Nice. Yeah, it's a pretty quick flight, isn't it? Probably not so quick when you've got to do the connections in between, but Christiansand? Okay. Well, that was a good guess because I'm very bad at pronouncing words in general. Jordan, who is normally part of the chat as well, what was it? Rage quit. Someone had like the username Rage quit, but I could not for the life of me figure out what their username was meant to be because it had like some numbers in there as well, and I was like reading it, and she was like, oh, it's Rage quit, but forgot the T, so I was like Rage quit, and she was just laughing at me whilst I was struggling to pronounce whatever it was. It sounds very different in Norwegian. You said it very well compared to every English person I've heard say it. I'll take that as a compliment, thank you. Qui, yeah, it was literally like, I just could not, in my head, figure out there was a T missing there. So dumb. I'm so bad with words. Which is mad, because I've read like 30 books over the last month, maybe. But yeah, just certain things, honestly. Happens to all of us except me. Nice. I wish I had that ability. But me and words have never been a strong suit. I would say I'm more about numbers, but I'm not even very good with those. Come again? How many books the last month? I've got a little bit of an addiction at the moment to various books. Most of them are like basically, I'm really upset that Netflix has gotten rid of Sons of Anarchy because I have a real craving to watch it again. So I've been satisfying that craving by reading different like biker series on Kindle, whatever is available. I mean, I will say they're probably quite short books in comparison to like, I don't know, actually maybe they're not, I don't really know. It's a bit hard to judge how big a book is when you're reading it on a Kindle instead of like a physical copy of a book. But yeah, any spare minute I've been reading. And yeah, I'm just obsessed at the moment. But yeah, it has probably been, maybe 30 is an exaggeration, maybe it's more like 20 something, not sure. Numbers is fun. I work in a person who is in economy and where math, and there was a math piece I got before him. Felt nerdy. Oh, nice. That's always a nice feeling. I'm always proud of myself when I can do simple arithmetic. I'm so bad at mental arithmetic. It is insane. I can do it when I'm at work, but as soon as I come home and I've just been looking at numbers all day, I'm just like, nah, that's enough. Can't do it anymore. But it makes me look painfully stupid when I can't do like simple addition or division or something, or multiplication when I'm an accountant. What do you work with? Economy? Accountancy. So tax returns, accounts. Accountant is the word. But yeah, spreadsheets are my friend. Mental arithmetic is not my friend. Which is probably because I rely on them too heavily, to be fair. I always have loved a spreadsheet though, even before I was an accountant. I'm using one for all the wedding planning. Great stuff. Who needs an app when you can use a spreadsheet? Friend I mentioned does a valuation of companies worth billions. It's mental. We have a small I say small. It's a smallish department that does things like that. I've only done it in exams so far, but yeah, that does sound nuts. I imagine that's a very labor-intensive process, but I bet they get paid stacks for doing that sort of stuff. So yeah, we've got like a department in the company that I work at that does that sort of thing, like valuations, and also helps deal with like takeovers and selling of companies and loads of different things really. It's quite interesting. I know I've completed the contract, but for the sake of completeness I'm doing it anyway, because it would really piss me off if I left this big patch here. Works in a normal bank, sub-million NOK. What's that? Oh, I see. 1 mil NOK. Oh, is that Norwegian kroner? It's about 72k pounds. Still pretty good. I get paid less than a third of that. Kroner, yes, indeed, nice. I've never seen Norwegian kroner, but I have seen Icelandic kroner. I don't know if they're euros now, actually, or are they still... I have no idea if they're euros or if they're still Icelandic kroner. Brits don't make as a lot as Norwegians, but then again, it's quite expensive in Norway. Yeah, you guys have quite high like taxes and stuff, don't you? Or is it no taxes and high living costs? I can't remember. Every country is so different. In the UK, it feels like you're screwed in multiple ways. Both? Oh, right. Not ideal. Yeah, there's always a compromise somewhere. It'd be too easy to just get paid loads of money and be able to enjoy it. Far too easy. It's like with America, you generally get paid more, but then you've got very expensive things like healthcare. General living's a lot more expensive. Houses are a lot cheaper though, but they're not built as well. So do they last as long? Probably not. Whereas I'd say like most British homes are probably going to last you, maybe not new builds, but like some of the older ones would last you years and years and years. Norway is rich and all, and it's true, but the people in Norway isn't. Yeah, I feel like that's what people think about Britain, but I feel like everyone in Britain is just getting steadily poorer and poorer. Same here in Norway with the houses, as in like much cheaper. Again, why am I going back to the shop? I really don't need to go back to the shop, do I? Oh, he's still on a bloody break, lazy boy. New built houses insulated mentally, so I can't speak today. Insulated mentally, so they cost a lot. I guess it gets pretty cold in Norway compared to Britain, to be fair. So you probably would want that extra insulation. Whereas in the UK, the new builds are insulated, but they get so hot in summer, it's painful. An apartment which is about 80 square meters is about 270k. Wow, that's quite a lot. How much is 80 square meters? I can't really visualize that. What's that in square feet? I don't think this is a quick way around, you know. Seems like a very long-winded way around to get to the shop. Oh, 860. Oh, that's pretty big though. That's, I think, maybe a little bit smaller than my house. And my house is not worth that much. But then again, it's all about where you live. One place would be a lot more. Ah, Snowman, thank you so much for the biddies. Welcome in. Thank you for the first time chat. Two of my friends are carpenters and they think it's stupid that they insulate the new buildings as much as they do because they need air, but instead they get sort of air conditioned instead. Well, it's better than the UK homes because they get well insulated, but they don't get the aircon. They just expect you to die in summer or turn into a sweaty mess, one or the other. Or a bit of both, to be fair. I'm tempted to try and get a tow bar, you know, and just bring one of the tractors back to the farm. Right, if this lazy salesman could get off his break, that would be great. It's the politicians, they don't know what they approve, they just need work so they don't get sacked. Yeah, that sounds about right, doesn't it? Problem is with most politicians is they're so disconnected from what a general life is that, like, most of them have had very sheltered lives and they just don't know what real life is. So how can they make decisions on other people's real lives, you know? Getting political, let's maybe stay away from that. Right. Let's I don't need to borrow items, but I'm going to accept both these contracts. I might do the 47k one, I'm just a bit skeptical about it. The field you just did, is that the same field from the last time I was here? If you remember, the big, huge one. No, that one was literally right next door to it though. So earlier in this stream, I did actually, instead of doing a mowing contract on that field, I did do a fertilizing contract on that massive field. I forgot it was that field, so as I was doing it, I was like, damn, this field feels big. And then afterwards, I realised it was the ridiculously big one that I did that mowing contract in. This one was about 10 hectares smaller. But you know what? I mean, it definitely didn't feel like it took that long. I did have a slightly better working width in this tractor compared to the mowers that I was using on the bigger field. But not like ridiculously different, maybe about a meter's working width difference. But that field took a lot less time, so I was happy with that. But yeah, that field is ridiculous. I can't believe how much that field costs either. It's nuts. Right, hopefully the salesman's back now. Yep, he is. I can actually buy some fertilizer and get those contracts done. I think we'll get maybe 3 of these. which is excessive, but it means I'm going to have a full load of fertilizer in case I need it at some point. Damn, that was close to going straight into the fence. Right, we're going to have to get the weight on the back as well so I can actually lift these bags up. If you have the equipment, it's fine. The only thing you pay is time. Yeah. I mean, that was such a big field that I would have been... it took long enough with the... I mean, the equipment I had for it was decent, to be fair. It really didn't take as long as I first thought it was going to take. But, oh my god, that's just a ridiculously big field. And I like variety. I don't like doing... This is why I'm generally not someone who does like doing the big old jobs. Because I just get a bit bored by the time I've... you know, I don't mind it if you're doing it with a group of people and then that's not so painful. But if you're doing like a massive... Oh, hello. Can't live 3 at a time, apparently. If you're doing like a massive, like, I don't know, potatoes or sugar beet or something, and you're trying to do all of that by yourself and it's a big field and it's just taking forever, then it gets a bit tiring. Dang straightforward. Yeah, I think I overbalanced there a little bit. Yeah, I feel you. That's another reason why I want to get some animals and stuff going. It just means that you get to do a few more different jobs. You know what? I might even get most of these 3 bags straight in here. I'm going to have a little bit left over, I think, but it's not the end of the world. Okay, well, did not do that right. It's so hard to actually see where the tines are. Yeah, at the moment I'm debating what to get. I think I've settled on getting either... I'm getting some chickens actually today. Because I am going to have the money to buy some wheat for them and actually buy the chickens. I can only have about 40, which isn't loads, but it's enough to get like just a little bit of extra income from the eggs. And the amount of wheat I'll need isn't going to be super expensive. And eventually I will have to grow my own like barley and stuff because, you know, I'm gonna need the straw for the cows, which I plan on getting eventually. But at the moment I'm planning on just getting something really simple, so something that just needs like grass or hay. So after the chickens, it'll be goats or sheep next. Haven't decided which one. It's probably going to depend what mods I've got for productions relating to them. Eventually I would need a dairy anyway, so maybe it would make sense to have goats, but then again, maybe it's better to get something completely different so I'm not overloading like a really small production with too much stuff. I tried doing this fun thing for a short time where I did a 0 to hero, started with 100k euro, started woodworking and made 270k or something, then moved and started with sheep. Oh, hello. Well, I got stuck on a tree, didn't I? Bloody cars. Then moved, then started with sheep and cabbage. It did well. Oh, that's cool. As in, like, so you started a new save on a new map and moved, or you moved somewhere on the same map? Isn't goat milk more profitable than cow's milk? Probably, but I don't know, as in like more profitable in terms of how much they produce and what that gets turned into versus or do you just mean like the... Oh, hello. Oopsie. Okay, alright, I'm docking myself £100 for that crash. That's gonna have caused some damage, but I didn't flip over, so that's the main thing. pretty sure I was meant to find myself for something last time as well, but we'll go with the £100 for that one because that was diabolical. I was not paying attention. -100. Outrageous. New save. Use the mod so I can change the money I have. Nice. Yeah, I probably will actually do that this time. I normally do a start from scratch, like every single time I start on a new map, but that crash would be more than £100. Shh. We'll stick with £100 because I do that quite a lot. So, yeah, I can't afford it to be too much more. We'll pretend it was a light dent and just a small scuff, which could easily be buffed out. But yeah, that's what I've used that mod for, is yeah, to pay when I do something stupid, like, oh hello doggo, you went straight under the wheel. Let's just check he's okay. What are you doing out here? Can I stroke you? Aww, so cute. I don't know where he comes from. This is the second time he's been in the road when I've driven past. He's just roaming around. Adorable. You couldn't kill it, but you want to pet him. Well, he did sort of run out. I felt bad. What a cute doggo though. I like that they've sort of improved the graphics of the animals slightly, and like the way that they move, that's much better than it used to be. Maybe he comes from there. There's a doghouse there. Or is that a garage? I'm not sure. Alright, now I have to figure out how to get in this field. Golden doggo. He was a cutie. That's not really a field opening, is it? It's just like a small gap in the hedge. Maybe it's down this road. That looks like a gate opening to me. Nice big wide gate opening, that's what we like to see. Nice, and this field is literally so tiny that there's literally no point in using a GPS for this. We're just going to go straight in. Magic gate? Why is it magic? I'm a bit worried this is going to struggle to get back up this hill. Oh, I see. Yeah, that would be great, wouldn't it? Maybe it's electric. You never know. It didn't look electric, but it could have been. Don't need a GPS when you can see the blue on the map. That is also very true. I absolutely love precision farming for that. And hey, mini-map? What's wrong with the mini-map? Right, where's the other field I'm going to? 43. So pay attention, guys. This is one of the fields that I was talking about buying to put the goats in when I eventually get the goats. Maybe I won't get the 44k field. Maybe I'll get one of these teeny tiny ones first. Get some goats on there straight away. Then again, I still need a baler. Or at least a forage wagon or something I can pick up grass with. And then I also need to be able to afford the pasture and stuff like that. Nothing. Oh, have I gone past the gate? I have, haven't I? Nothing wrong. I just forgot it was a thing. Been a while since I played. The mini map is so good. I would get lost all the time if I didn't have the mini-map. Don't mind me just casually smacking the wall with my fertilizer bag. That sounded really disgusting. Gross. I'm hoping I can sneak through here without hitting the gate. Nice. Yeah, I don't really know what farmers do. Do they literally just have to stop on the road to get out their tractor to open the gates? That would be so annoying. Presumably so, but like if they're on a main road, do they just have to hold up the traffic and hope that they don't get too pissed off whilst they open their gate? Also, how annoying is that? I am 98% done, but I have to turn around to get this last little bit. There we go. It's a teeny tiny bit in that corner which I want to get. Yeah, that'll do. If they just run it over. Could you imagine? That would be an expensive day. Okay, well, I'm very glad that I used a very tiny amount of the fertilizer that I bought. So I've got plenty left for a rainy day. And because where was I going with that sentence? Because I didn't rent this tractor, this is mine, I can collect the money straight away. See exactly what I'm working with. Damn, I thought those ones were 6k when I first saw them. Which is fine. So yeah, basically, I plan on eventually owning both of these fields. Maybe merging them, it depends if there's actually I don't know if there is a fence in the middle. No, there isn't, so I just have to get rid of these trees. And then this could be one big pasture. But you see what I mean by it being flat at the bottom and then it going up this really steep incline? There is perfect space at the bottom here to put a feeding trough and then fence the whole thing. I absolutely love the lighting. Like, how gorgeous does that look? So I do plan on, yeah, eventually buying both of those. Bigger tractor, I've already got a big tractor, it's just not here. How much these cost? Super cheap. I say super cheap, they're still 33k and 37k. Not ridiculous. It's a shame that that one's got such good soil because it's just so steep. I mean, my tractor could probably easily mow that side, even though it's steep. But I don't know if it's worth it. It's awkward getting machinery in here because it's so tight. I think we'll just keep it for animals. Right, I think it actually is probably time to go and get the other tractor and bring it back to the farm because I've got I do have two. I don't even know how I got them both over there. Maybe one never left the shop when I bought the other one. Can't remember. But yeah, they both need to not be chilling there. So I'm gonna drop this one back at the little farm, which is my home, and then walk over and grab the other tractor. Absolutely love this driveway. Nice big oak trees. Too many other houses though. If I was buying a farm, I definitely would not want this many houses here. I will eventually be buying that field one day. And yeah, I think we'll go and get the... that's gonna cause a problem. I was going to say I'll go and get the other tractor. Also, does this need fertilizer? No, I think we're good on that. I'm going to leave this bag over here. Probably hasn't got much left in there, but I'm going to leave that there. So I'm going to bring some wheat back. And I think for now I'm going to need the fertilizer spreader here too. Nice. What the hell did I do here? This is grass, it just hasn't grown. Why is the rest of it grown but not this? It's so weird. Oh, it might be because I had to replant it actually. I think I accidentally planted barley here. And I think it was last stream that I fixed that. But I think it had already gone a growth stage. A farm best fits outside of town, away from everyone. Yes, agreed with that. Those ones do tend to be the cheaper ones. Being away from people. He's off to do some riding apparently. Nope, I want to go that way. Right, let's hope these bloody cars don't come down the road whilst I'm trying to get down here. Also, because of the smell in the spring, it doesn't smell as good as you wish it could. As in when you're spreading manure and slurry around, because yeah, that stuff stinks. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I live in a quite a countrified area, so I know that smell well. I don't mind it though, to be fair. It's not like, I mean, sometimes they do spread stuff which smells absolutely diabolical, but most of the time it's not that bad. It's just like, yes, they have spread something recently, but like, I remember there was one year, I think, to be fair, it might have been like one of the first years that I moved down from Surrey, and it was, yeah, it was a bit of like a, oh my god, what the hell is that? I work as a lorry driver on the countryside. I know it very well also. Yeah. Do you play Euro Truck then, or do you get fed up of driving lorries? Kind of get used to it. Yeah, you 100% do. Imagine if you're actually spreading it, you'd get so used to it. Alright, let's buy some wheat. Hopefully the salesman is not sleeping. Right, so wheat is 1,500. Just checking there's nothing cheaper. Sort by price ascending. What's the cheapest we can get? 600? Is that? Oh, it's smaller though. No good. So I have this mod which means it separates out the seed types, which I really like, but I don't think it, last time I tried it, it didn't work and I couldn't actually add it to the hopper. I don't know if I have to have the like the right kind of sewing machine which is compatible with the seeds add-on mod, or if it's a case of I need to do something else to make that mod work, but I haven't tried it since because it screwed me over on a start from scratch map, and I was not happy about it, so it's kind of put me off a little bit. I think we will just have to go with, I'm surprised pig food's that cheap, to be honest, because it has quite a lot of different things in it. We'll have to just get a couple bags of this. You have many years ago, but no, I don't. Fair. I haven't played it for years either. I played it the other day after I went to a company which had lots of lorries, and I was like, oh yeah, this is inspiration for me to play that game again, and I've forgotten how to play it like really badly, so I was doing all like the tutorials and it was so hard. I do not remember it being that difficult. I told a friend I play this and she laughed because she thought it was the same thing, which it was not. As in, she thought that Farming Sim was the same as Euro Truck Simulator. In the mod, when you install it, it usually says in the description. Yeah, I'm not the best at reading the mod descriptions. I have 1,500 mods installed. Which is crazy. Yes, correct. I'm missing words. I'm kind of tired. I get it. When I'm tired, I can barely form a sentence that's coherent. I'm so bad. And like, oh, hello. Don't do the same as I did earlier. We'll count that as a win because I didn't crash straight into him. Alright, if you could just trottle on past, that would be much appreciated. Come on, you sucker. Get around. Yeah. My ability to speak goes completely out the window. How did you slide off? Okay, alright, let's hope we can get these back in one piece. Wake up 4 times this morning. I woke up at 4 this morning. It's 10 PM now. Gross. Yeah, I cannot get up that time in the morning. The only way I'd willingly get up that time in the morning would be if I was getting on a plane to go somewhere nice. I think that's oh, hello. Ay, that's another £100 out the bag. That one wasn't as bad as the first one though, to be fair. It's kind of hard to see with these bags flying around. Right, I'm gonna get down the road because if I don't, those cars are coming back round again and the chances of me crashing into them are high. Apparently they are equally bad. What? Both the crashes were just as bad? I think the other one was worse. Or are you saying it's because I'm only docking myself £100 that they were exactly the same? Maybe I should have like a randomized, like a random number generator to see how much I'm gonna get fined. That might be funny. Because they all cost 100. Maybe I should get a random number generator to see what the fine is. That might be a really good idea. I'll set that up for next time. Full of great ideas, me. Right, let's before we get any further, button, there we go. I'll take off 100 for now. Oh, no, that's adding money. We don't want to be doing that. Can't compensate ourselves for having bad driving. That would be very funny in between a couple numbers. Yeah, I don't know what I'd go with. I'd probably go anywhere from 0 to 1,000. That could be very costly. I think any more than that, I think I'd just cry. But I feel like 1,000's manageable. Right, where does the food go? It goes here apparently, just on the floor. I wonder if they're going to take both bags. Looks like it. Can you post links? Are you in the Discord? Because if you're in the Discord, you can. I don't know if it will let you post the link on here, but you can always give it a go. I was saying earlier to someone that I used to get so many like bots and stuff posting links that I had to ban links. Pretty sure they're still banned, but they might be unbanned because I think I tried to unban them for some reason at some point. Okay, last time I was having real trouble getting this to work. And it was there that it worked. Nice. So I can only have up to 30 chickens. So I think I decided I was just going to go full mental and buy 30 adult chickens. Rather than... I don't think it's going to be worth having a male chicken, because even if the capacity's exceeded, I think it should sell them automatically, but they'll only be worth £5 and I'll be paying probably more than that in transport fees to get rid of them. So I think we'll just go with 30 normal chickens. 1600 is not too bad. Nice, thank you. Cool, I'll keep. I'll try and do like not a TikTok. What's the word I'm looking for? When you type something in, a command, that's the word I'm looking for. I'll try and do a command that's a random number generator. I do have a couple that are random number generators, like this one's a funny one. I think there's like a Russian roulette one as well. Reaver's been caught lurking. Oh damn, that is some deep treads. I really love the ground deformation now. Deformation, deformation, I don't know how to say that word, but damn, that looks good. It's obviously very wet and muddy in here though. Looks kind of grim, but I guess that's sort of what you'd expect a chicken pen to look like. Look at these chickens, so cute. I can't remember if it was on the realistic grazing mod or if it's something to do with another mod that I installed. But I can't remember which mod it was. That I'm gonna have to look this up if I can't figure it out now. But there is a mod, and I want to say it's the realistic grazing mod, that you can adjust the number of animals to be spawned in based on exactly how many animals you have in the what's the word I'm looking for? In the pen. So at the moment I've got 30, but I can only see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But that mod would actually mean that proper 30 individual chickens would be spawned in here, and they would look based on their age. Oof, you caught me. Hey, how are you, Chloe? I am not too bad, Reba. How are you doing? That's funny. I thought it was gonna call out either Alweb or Jack when I did that command, so I apologize if you were trying to lurk peacefully. Alright, anyway, let's get the massing out of here. Leave the chickens to their fun. And damn, that is really deep. I love that. That is so much better than it used to be. Oh, now it's not going to let me shut the gate, is it? There we go. It's weird because like the trigger for the gate's out here, but the actual like animal trigger is there. Oh, such a pain. Rough life, innit? Of a chicken, or the problem with the triggers, because the trigger thing does trigger me. But damn, look at that. Oh, getting caught. Yeah, my apologies. But it is what it is. Yeah, so as I was prepping the ground for sowing in the grass, I said to myself I was not going to go so close to the fence that I couldn't then seed it properly. And what did I do? I left a perfect ring around the outside of the grass that's growing, and it's gonna piss me off forevermore. But eventually when I get into this field, I will make it look a lot neater on this side anyway. Probably not going to get much closer to the fence on that side. Not unless I can also afford that field. This bit's not too bad where the chickens are. It's literally just this bit. Oh, I've got hiccups. But yeah, I eventually will get rid of this fence. I remember you did this field, you were all over the place. I was indeed. Yeah, I should not have bought the size sower and tractor that I did, but I was like, you know what, I can do loads of different contracts for this. I'm getting it. And I sorely regret the decision of getting that size machinery for this size field, but my plan is to expand quickly, so there is a plan, sort of. A rough plan, and I obviously messed up and planted barley here, so that's now been fixed and hopefully it will grow up pretty nicely. Right, let's pop this over in the corner, get that lowered down, and then we're going to go for a quick little jaunt over to the shop. Yeah, it's not my proudest field work, I'm not gonna lie. Dear. Yeah, that is the cultivator that I used. Again, ridiculous size for that field. I don't know why there's so many gates open. I'm pretty sure I've never driven into that field. Maybe there's a ghost lurking, or maybe people actually open them. I don't know. Oh, maybe he's not going horse riding. He just has a hat on. Honestly, it looks like one of those riding hats that's like black and white. You have more fields and mini contracts, so it's quite little indeed. Yeah, more fields. I mean, this is the problem. This is a really tricky map to have small equipment on because so many of the contracts are huge. I mean, there are really tiny fields, so you kind of need a mixture of both. But like, yeah, it's just, it is what it is. It is what it is. Just trying to speak you up here. Oh no, it was my own fault for being a bit dumb with that. I was like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna get the biggest sower that can direct drill, and then the direct drilling didn't work because it wasn't already a field. So I had to buy a massive cultivator to go with it, and then I swiftly regretted the decision on that size field. But you live and learn. Get machinery appropriate to the size of the field you're working in. That is exactly why I never plan on bringing the like mowers and stuff into those teeny tiny fields that I did those last fertilizing contracts on. They're just too small to grow crops in, really. Like, I don't even know how you get a combine in those fields. Unless you destroyed the wall, but I don't even know if you can destroy the wall. I wouldn't like to try and find out after planting things. I'd have to find that out beforehand. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they're just going to be animal pastures anyway, so it's all good. It is all gravy. Oh, what a day. What a day. I'm very glad that I've been able to stream today because honestly at work I was so tired that I was kind of like, am I going to have the energy? Am I really going to have the energy to stream today? But I didn't stream last week, so I was like determined I was going to stream tonight. But I will be, I'm going to grab the tractor and drive back to the farm and then probably call it a night because, yeah, I need to try and get to sleep earlier than I have been this week. I just have not been able to get to sleep recently. Like, waking up has been such a struggle. But yeah, it has been a good stream. I am finishing on a fairly decent amount of money compared to what I thought I would be. I'm surprised I haven't spent it all yet. That's gonna come though. Next stream, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I keep saying I'm gonna do things, but I don't know what the best plan is still. I guess not deciding anything right now gives me a week to ponder what my best move is. I think I'm gonna buy the field next door, but I can't do that this month with the amount of money I have in the bank. I need to get some more contracts in. Is that gonna fit? Right, you can definitely get through there. Nope, you can get through there. Mate, you can get through there. Come on. Get out me way. So I can't fit through that gap, but you can definitely fit through there. There you go. Yeah, there's not going to be much work over winter for me or contract wise, so I'm probably going to have to sleep through a month or two. We'll see how it goes, but that means I need to be very careful how much money I leave over that time, unless I want to get a loan, which I don't really want to do. So I'll be trying to avoid that at all costs, and obviously with 13k worth of monthly finance payments, that's gonna be pretty tricky to do. Oh god, how are you gonna get around there? Is this side wider? I am in the hedge. You can get through there. Oh, please, for the love of God, just go. Get out me way. There you go. Ooh, snow plowing. That is a great shout. I don't think you can get contracts doing that. But if it does snow, then I can definitely clear some roads. That would be good fun. Maybe I can give myself a little bit of money if I do that, like, around the town. Like, if the council was paying me to move some snow about, that would be a legitimate way to make money. But we'll see how that goes. I've got a couple months before I need to worry about that, hopefully, so I reckon next month there'll still maybe be some... I don't know if there'll be mowing, actually. I'll have a look on the calendar, the growth calendar quickly, and see what's coming up. I also don't know if... I'm pretty sure I have a mod which lets me pick up straw and stuff after I've done some harvesting missions. That's going to be another great way to A, make some extra dollar, but also I need to start stashing it somewhere. At the moment, I think I'll be just selling it straight away if I can get to do some of that, because I haven't really got anywhere I can store it, and all the extra money will be good. Eventually I'd like to own these sheds, in which case obviously that's a perfect place to put straw, and I will need that for cows in the future. But right now we got some chickens, which is the first animals on the farm. This feels nice. It's only a few chickens, but it's still a few chickens, so I'm happy. And yeah, next time we'll be looking at getting some goats or sheep, I reckon, potentially. It all depends how it goes money-wise. Because yeah, I do want to start making some money. Right, let's have a quick look at the calendar then and see what we've got. Right, so carrots are still in harvest. I haven't seen any corn growing. I'm surprised there was a cotton field on this map, because I don't really think that's UK stuff. Grapes. I don't know if there's any grapes on the map. That would be cool though, having like an English vineyard. Would love that. Oh, that's cool. I only just noticed there's like, this is like a drawing, and there's, damn, I've skipped that every single time. I like that. What else is on the map? I don't think there's that much corn either. Oh, there's literally 0 corn. Damn, that's nuts. I would have thought there'd be some corn. Corn's quite a common crop in the UK, like especially where I live. I think they use it a lot for silage. Oh, self-contract £1 million a road. That would be damn fine. But no, we're gonna play it legit. If I do that, I would probably give myself maybe a couple grand for doing a couple of the roads. Definitely won't be much more than that. I don't want to cheat too much, you know. But yeah, there is still fertilizing missions in this in-game month. I don't know if there will be next in-game month, but I reckon there probably will be. But there's nothing else really coming up for harvest. Green beans are still going to be harvestable. Gone past potato season. Didn't see any parsnips on the map. Oh, soybeans are in harvest. I don't think there's any soybeans either. Oh, there is one big field. Oh, there is one big field of soybean actually. I wonder if, is that ready for harvest? No, so maybe next month there'll be a really big soybean harvest. That might be a good one to get behind. What else is there gonna be? I wonder if there's any sunflowers too actually. Absolutely 0 sunflowers. Is that? Maybe that's parsnips. Oh, there is a couple parsnips fields actually. But again, it's just such a faff. Yeah, agreed. Yeah, now I'm gonna try and play this as realistically as possible. Oh damn! I didn't know linseed was on this map. Yeah, there's 2 cotton fields. I think that's crazy. Okay, well next time there are options anyway. So we should get a fairly decent amount of stuff done. I reckon that big harvesting contract will be at least 36k, maybe more, and then a little bit of bonus from the actual crop. And I can't remember if the extended straw mod gives a soybean straw. If it does, then I might try and get a baler and a trailer. We've already got the front loader, so that's one thing off the list. And then we're gonna be looking pretty shabby, I think. Side note, I like that you talk a lot. It's entertaining. Keep it up, Chloe. Thank you very much. I mean, I just sort of waffle on it most of the time, but I try. And then sometimes I cannot get the words out to save my life, but again, I try to get the words out. Aye. But my eyes are starting to get really, like, tired and achy, so I think it's time to call it a night for tonight. But thank you everybody who has hung around today. Alweb, Ala Holdor, Reva briefly, again, sorry for calling you out, Reva, but thank you everyone. Oh, Cresdeles as well. And Coria, thank you very much for joining. Hopefully see you guys all in the next one. Wallix, thank you for the first time chat. I sort of have a stream schedule of every Thursday evening, 7 till 10ish. It's a bit earlier than I would normally stop streaming, but I've had just a busy week and I'm absolutely shattered. So yeah, I try to aim for every Thursday. I sometimes don't make it every Thursday for whatever reason, but I do my best. But here is my Discord if you want to join. That is where I most likely will post an update. But I also have TikTok, which I should be streaming on today, but I'm not because it broke. And I also have YouTube as well, which I'm currently streaming on simultaneously with Twitch. So yeah, you can catch me on any of those. But yeah, hope that answers your question. Cheers for tonight. Have a good one, Aleb. Thank you very much for joining. Guys, I hope you have a lovely weekend. Enjoy your week. Aleb, enjoy your time in London this weekend. I hope you all have a lovely week and hopefully see you in the next one. Bye bye.